Let's talk about limited collector's edition. This is Batman Special All Villain issue. This is the original from 1975, and this is the facsimile version from 2025. This came out like last year. I meant to do a video on it and I never got around to it, but here it is. So I always like to pick up the original versions. I picked these up a long time ago, and then they've rocketed in price for some reason. The thing about these, and I've said this in other videos, is that the interior art tends to fade quite a bit compared to the new ones, and that's why I pick up the new ones. See, look how vibrant that is compared to the original. Here it is all blue and red and everything, and here's the faded original. These facsimile editions do have everything from the original, except of course different copyright information. Let's take a look at this. So the original is from 1975, September 1975. This was the facsimile version produced in 2025. This is a cool Batman thing to get. A lot of cool stories in here and all these different villains, etc. 5 thrilling Batman tales. So let's take a look at this. The first one, of course, is Cross Country Crimes. This is reprinted from Batman 8. This is not the first appearance of the Joker. Joker had been around before this. This is written by Bill Finger, penciled by Bob Kane, inked by Jerry Robinson and George Roussos. Nice big panel here of Joker, already pretty much fully formed, right? So he's got the purple and he's got a little green back here, you know, beginning of that whole color scheme of villains. Batman have to foil the Joker. Joker has a nice hat here. He looks a lot like the 1989 movie Joker there. Pretty cool stuff. Here he is right here. Now, I mean, Bob Kane claimed to pencil this. It was probably from a studio where someone else was doing it, and he took the credit. Infamously, Bob Kane could barely draw. This is the Blackbird of Banditry. This is Batman number 43, and you see Bob Kane has his imprint on here. Written by Bill Finger, penciled by Jim Mooney, even though Bob Kane's right here. Inked by Ray Burnley. This is a classic thing where basically the motif of birds is used here. Is a blackberry pie. He's committing all these crimes and stuff. Batman has to figure it out. Reading the paper, he comes in beating up all these buccaneers. I like how they're assessing everything in like the kitchen or something. I don't know where they are here. On the kitchen table or something. This is before the stylized bat caves and everything. Here Batman gets foiled by popcorn. Somehow Batman picks a lock. Here's the old bat plane with a big awkward bat head on the front there. And then they lock up the penguin. Pretty cool stuff. I think this is like a big penguin plane or ship or something. Pretty neat. This is the State versus Lucky Sheldon. This is all reprinted from the Batman and Robin Sunday strips of the time. And you can tell this because the first panel has this Batman and Robin thing here. And they fight Two-Face in the newspaper strips. Pretty cool stuff. This would have been around the 40s or 50s or so. Here's Secrets of the Batcave, 1968. I love when they do things like this where they cut out what's inside, you know, and they show you, like, this is where the Batplane is parked. This is where the Batmobile is maintained and everything. Always with the big giant penny and the big dinosaur and everything. Big playing card in the little trophy room here. Batboat. Here's more Bat gadgets and things. Got gas mask here. The Batarang, Bat cuffs. Batplane, of course, the Robin's utility belt. Pretty neat stuff. They really put a lot of thought into that bat thing. Here's more of the a newspaper strip, etc. And here is the Scarecrow. This was reprinted from World's Finest #3, written by Bill Finger, penciled by Bob Kane and Jerry Robinson, and inked by George Roussos. So here's Scarecrow doing his thing. Always looked very unsettling. Pretty cool. And it's obviously a guy in a Scarecrow outfit. And there he is at the end. Here's a big crossword puzzle. You gotta find all these guys. There's some guys that, like Gunshy isn't like a household Batman villain or anything. And here is the Lady Rogues from Batman #45. This was written by William Woodfolk and penciled by Charles Paris, inked by Charles Paris as well. And it's Catwoman doing her thing in the old Catwoman costume with the purple and green. And here's a cool piece on the back cover, inside back cover. And this was actually in the original as well. The Batman TV series, this is 1975 is when this came out. So it's about, what, 5 years or so after the show went off the air. It's probably in syndication all over the place, and still very, very popular. Lots of merchandise was still coming from this show. So it's like Catwoman, Lee Merriweather, Julie Newmar. Here's Mr. Freeze. No, it's not Captain Cold, they say here. Penguin, Riddler, Joker, Mad Hatter, of course. So there you have it. Here's the back. So they used to have these things where you could cut these things out and make a diorama. Who in hell did that? That's what it was back here. So you cut out this with the tabs, cut this with the slits, put the tabs in the slits, and it sort of comes out like that, like this, right? You cut around here so that these are more 3D. Pretty neat. I don't know who, I've never seen a sample of these where someone did this. Why would you like mutilate your comic? So anyway, I hope you like going through this with me. If you like what you saw, please give a like to this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Lots of great comic book stuff on here. So until next time, take care.